Now we have a topic which is mathematical skills as a revenue manager. As a revenue manager or professional in revenue management field, you should have a good grip on calculating percentages and ratios. And usually the calculating percentages is an area where people make mistake or they come across with errors when calculating the percentage. Suppose one of our distribution partner, just as an example, so you have a better understanding, they request a 20% discount of your retail rates because they need to maintain a specific profit margin. So they are asking certain discount, let's say 20% in this case, for them to be competitive in the market. Now, when you try to add 20%, it's not the same as when you are subtracting. So if you subtract 20% from 100, you get 80. But if you will add 20% to the 80, you'll only get 96. This is very basic math, but it's very crucial when you are trying to calculate and confirm the offers or the discounts which the partners are requesting or anyone is requesting. So you have to be very cautious when confirming this. Now, for example, in this case, the partner is asking for 20% to achieve a certain net rate. So in this case, it's advisable to reduce the rates by approximately 16 to 17%. And if you want to give the exact figure, then you can go for 16.67%, or you can round it off with 17%. So you have to be very careful when calculating such discounts. Now the same thing applies to the taxes. If the tax rate is 20%, it means 20% is added to the net amount, not deducted from the gross. Ratios, when you calculate ratios, they are also equally important because they allow you to calculate returns on investment. For instance, when assessing the outcome of a marketing campaign, you need to predict that the costs will generate a specific ratio of outcomes and revenues to justify them. That way you'll be able to calculate the ROI. Understanding ratios will ensure you deliver a return on investment to stakeholders, including the hotel manager and the brand or owners, whoever the stakeholders are in this case. Now in this slide, I will show you just a practical example just for a better understanding. So the key takeaway here is to become proficient in percentage and ratios, specifically understanding the difference between adding and subtracting. Once you have these skills, you can build upon them to become increasingly strategic in managing and boosting your revenues. Once you build the base, then case to case basis, you can improve and you can change the way you want, etc. Now in this example, as you can see, you have a value which is 100. When you subtract 30%, the amount you get is 70. So that amount which you get 70 after deducting 30%, if you'll add 30% on top of that 70, you'll get 91, which is obviously not the same as when you are subtracting. So you have to be careful when someone is asking you for certain discount or negotiating with you to have a deal with certain discount or ratios, etc. You have to be very careful when calculating and confirming the amount of percentage you are going to offer.